Hello everyone and welcome to another Division 2 video today with an exciting game from the December monthly tournament from the Steel Division Bootcamp Discord between JeffJefferson and Noizi, who is Rudy Time. So for this month there was, the rules were that, so first of all there was a process to get the divisions, but you would get the divisions first and then you would actually pick the map. So that can make for some interesting games and I hope this is one of them. So I also want to say that I am a little bit behind on casting games that some of you guys have submitted me, but I haven't forgotten. They will come out eventually. Um, I've just been quite busy with moving and casting other games. I also try to, get new games whenever possible. So I kind of forgot about some of them. Sorry for that, but they will come out. And we start off with a classic 44 Strelki division that we also don't see that often because it's just one of these very mid-tier Soviet divisions that have a lot of like a lot of the usual tools. They have a good mix of tools, but it's just kind of meh overall. They don't have anything that kind of alleviates them from the standard Soviet divisions. So Recon that we have some snipers, which is nice, and he brings the motorized Svedka in the white car, which is basically 50 cal not half track, 50 cal car that is armored. So pretty nice. In the tab, you have all the standard Soviet tools, right? You do have a good amount of Gavadia DP though, which is really nice. And then in C-Phase, we see some regular Gavadias. You also see a lot of Saperi, Tankos, and Aftos at double vet, all of them, which with the number of infantry units that he can bring in his deck is actually very reasonable, especially if you play Maverick, you want to have that veterancy anyway. But definitely nice to see that there. Tank tab, you have like these are all good tanks in their respective niche. The problem is that you don't get a lot of either of them. You have the one card of T-3476, you have the one card of T-3045 and 1943 variants, and then you have two cards of the T-3485 and 1944 variants, and some leaders as well. It's just not a lot of tanks, and like. So for each niche that you want to fill out, there's just not that many tanks that it even can bring. So it is a little bit problematic. The T-3485 is definitely nice at longer ranges, as you can outrange a Stück. The problem is, as soon as you are actually within range that the Stück can fight, it's kind of meh, because if the Stück manages to kill it, the T-3485 just down trades, so yeah, it's not fantastic. Support tab, you have the 50mm mortar, which is always great to have. Some machine guns, OB25, so pretty standard there. Surprised not to see any veterans on machine guns, though, and the OB25 potential as well. Personally, I want to have more of them, so don't bet them. But I mean, for Maverick, I think it's okay to do it. Probably should actually. And then yes, the SU-152, which is basically just a downgraded ISU-152, right? Less armor and no AP rounds. Some ammo, the usual. AT tab, pretty light, unfortunately. Only has the SU-76, some SIS-3s, and some 45 mils. He brings one of these tools each. You don't have any SIS-2s or SU-85s and all these kind of things, so it's just very, very unfortunate. Also, very important, you do not have any sort of bazooka units in this division, which is really bad. It's the usual 25 mils, 85 mils, and some 37 mils. I guess you use the 85 mils in A to have some long-range AT. Because the 45 mil, of course, is not going to do that. And then the artillery tab is then as well, some mortars, the short barrel 122s, and some off-map, which is definitely nice for this map specifically. Air tab, I have a great tool there with the U2 LNB. This is a recon bomber for only 20 points, quite obnoxious to deal with, really nice there. And then just some Yaks and TU2 as bombers. And on the other side, we do see 78 Sturm, also a classic that we don't see that often because it's very situational. But it has some nice units there. So, of course, in the recon, we do see the Panzer T26C. We do not see an infantry recon though. And just quickly look at the artillery tab, I don't see any there either. And I definitely do not agree with this. I think infantry recon is very, very crucial. But anyway, so infantry tab, we do have some leaders, some CQC with the Strumpinier, and then, of course, you do have a lot of special things here with the Bewertungs, which I personally, I don't know. It's a cheaper alternative to the Schützen, which is definitely helpful because you don't really have anything else in this tab that is cheap, and that's definitely problematic. It's maybe a little bit overpriced. It's a single DP unit, and it's chunky though, so I get it. But yeah, it's not that great. And then you have the Begleitgrenadier and some Schützen as well. Schützen, of course, the special unit of this division, or one of them. just chunkier than a Panzergrenadier, which really helps. They do have, as a trade-off, they do have regular AT grenades instead of a Panzerfaust, though, which is definitely a downgrade that can be noticeable at times. We face more Sturm, Pioneer, more Schützen, and then we see the Sturmschützen, another special division unit of this division. It's just a decently chunky MP44 units with quite some punch, but of course very limited in its range. On this map, however, there are some places where this can be very, very effective, so definitely hoping to see those there, and see if there's just some more Schützen and Sturmschützen as well. Tank type, very limited, you only have Stücks, you only have a very limited amount of units that you can get. He brings one card in A phase double that, and then just a leader in B and a regular card in C phase with single vet both. I think you could go double vet here as well, but that's just me. Support tab would be bigger, but he really decides not to take more than he does now. He brings some flavor of IG-18, MG42, all the nice tools there, and then some the IG-33 for some 2K. Surprised that he doesn't bring it in A phase though. 3 is, in my opinion, for a tournament game enough for a balance. AT tab, some Panzerwreck, Pack 40s, and then some Nashorns in A and C phase. I'm not sure if you actually need this, especially if you have the Pack 43 in B phase as well. I think you don't need all of these 2K tools. Yes, there's 2K in 44th, but it's not that heavy anyway. A tab, flag 43s without veterancy, not 100% agreeing on this, but that's just me. Artillery tab, he brings the 81mm mortar, then some leader Nebelwerfer, and then the 150 in C phase. You have more Nebelwerfer, so if you want, you can actually take Nebelwerfers in B and C phase here, which can be quite annoying to deal with. But decides to go for regular tube artillery. He brings all in with ammo, which he definitely has to because he has no ammo in support deck. Although personally, I'm not a huge fan of this because then you have to buy artillery in order to resupply your mortars. And it's not super efficient, especially if you want to use the Nebelwerfers. You want to move them every time you've used them. So you can't really just leave an artillery piece sitting there and move the ammo to the mortar. So that's unfortunate. Air tab quite small. He only brings a BF109. This, if I remember correctly, is the good one with the 30mm in it, if I'm not mistaken. However, he doesn't have anything else, which is surprising. You have a quite strong bomber in this division with the big booms, but he doesn't use that. And we are back. So as always, let's look at the deployment. So Noizi, I'm just gonna I know it's Rudy time in the Discord, and I try to name it as such usually, but for simplicity, since I always see it, I'll just call people by the name that is here. Yeah, Noizi just pushes forward here. I mean, he tries to get the flag, which is a classic, with some CQC and some regular civilian support, and then an IG-18. IG-18, pretty classic. You do see, this is going to be dangerous. You do see a 50mm mortar here from JeffJefferson. That might potentially be a problem. Also, of course, Tankos, and then some Gavardias, and an early 45mm to stop any pushes. In the center, we do see not much here. Just tries to secure his flag with an MG. Pretty standard there. Then looks like he's trying to secure that. He's not going to try to get in there. Pretty defensive for machine guns and 45mm right here in the center as well. Some Gavardias as well, but nothing out of the ordinary. On Noizi's side, pretty defensive here, although he has some more units there, but it's all just support weapons basically. And then in the town, nothing super aggressive, just trying to secure this flag, pushing forward here with some Beverdungs. Pack 40 and some light tank, Up north, we do see nothing super aggressive either. So Noizi is basically only pushing down south. I mean, this is the easiest spot to push for blue side. Blue side, of course, is the bad side on this map. Otherwise, pretty defensive here because, of course, he has to expect to be fighting over this flag here, and then he tries to put some units here. I guess these are the tanks, probably. And then on JeffJefferson's side, yeah, we see the classic push. He tries to get into town. Pretty standard there, and that just sets up some defenses here as well. So both sides doing nothing out of the ordinary here. Of course, blue side could actually push this opening. It's relatively difficult for red side to prevent this. That being said, it doesn't work that great if you don't actually have any fast light armor that can accompany your push. You see an early U2 in. Now that's going to be annoying. These can technically do like the recon plane bombing. They are quite slow though, so it's not super realistic that you can get it done, but it is possible. I'm not sure if he's trying to do it. I just want to say that sometimes you can see it happen, but you have to make sure that this really goes out pretty much right away. And even then, you can only basically do the recon bombing if your opponent is trying to get very, very far in. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So, but they're obnoxious still, because I mean, he can basically now just, yeah, he can now just start targeting things, and basically as he tries to get an engagement going, he can already get a positive trade out of it with this plane, which is already annoying enough. Flamethrower did get in, smoke goes down, nice play there. 45 mil did spot the flamethrower. Oh, it walks into the wrong direction though. Yeah, the smoke doesn't really help much if you then walk outside the smoke. That's out of the smoke. That's not really how you have to do this. But he gets a flag for now. U2 might change it. It's going after the Pack 40. Yeah, that's definitely a good choice. Although the Pack 40 is not a big problem here. I think, he has waited too long. But Noizi had to invest 110 points now in his BF 109, and this thing was 20 points. So there's still, like, so far, like, if this thing is useless now, because Jefferson doesn't bring any more planes, he's basically up in trades now, right? This is how you use these cheap recon planes, even though they die very often, you can force your opponent to react in ways that just benefit you. Kivada DP take out the half track. This is why these are so great. Half tracks currently are very, very strong, although the Sherman one's not really. And having these AT rifles there definitely helps. 50 mortar doing its work, definitely a fantastic tool there. Beglite can absolutely shred both of these units, but 50 mil is involved, and the BF-109 is there for some support as well. Up north, Jefferson managed to grab this flag. We do see two 81mm mortars in. I haven't noticed them. Were they brought in right away, or did they were they in the initial deployment? Because if they were in the initial deployment, that was a terrible idea, because then they're way too weak to actually defend this. That would explain why he now needs to use them to grab these flags back. That's not really the smartest way to go about this. We see another BF online. That's way overkill. That's a big investment, considering that he's not doing super good on the ground. That being said, there's two U2s here, which Jefferson just brings out there. That's not a good idea. You kind of want to wait doing something like this until you have some AA down, because then they can be useful again. Or basically, you want to wait till these two retreat. And then you send them in right away, because then you know that your opponent cannot have another plane ready to go right now, because they first need to refresh. He buys another one. Ooh, that's really, really bad. Yeah, now the strafing doesn't really help much, because he's lost this fight. The 50 mil did its work. Both of these units are falling back. And 81 mil mortars here are going after the defense. But Glycronia has pushed forward. The problem is that now he also, now he needs to follow up on that and try to actually get some surrenders done. Because as it is right now, all of these are pinned, but none of them are dead. And the 81mm mortars have basically, they've not been wasted, in the sense that they haven't done anything, but it's kind of, they could have gotten more out of this than he did. And now there's an 82mm mortar going after these 81mm mortars. Because they're so close together, even if he misses one of them, he might just hit the other. One of them is already pinned, and I'm not even sure if someone that he actually, targeted. Although he might have targeted them manually. Oh, it gets strafed by the BF-109, so yeah, we can actually check. I think it's the one with the third. No, it's 220 mils and another one. So yeah, I think the one with the 30 mil is like 120 or even 130 points, actually. My mistake. It's not the one. I don't know which divisions have that, but I know that some divisions that we don't see that often have that one. I thought it was this, but I guess I'm wrong. Now see Yak 3 in. This is a very ballsy move. First of all, the Yak 3 is not that great. It's very fast, especially compared to this, actually. The problem is it's 3 versus 1, right? This thing has, if I'm not mistaken, bad resilience. Yeah. Now, so we have these. But the problem is, Noizi just falls back, I think, in time. I don't think the Yak 3 is going to get a kill here. But even if it didn't, you just turn around and free won this, and then he'll win 100%. 81 mils now going after 45 mil. Another T-26 being called in. Meanwhile, Noizi pushing back here. Finding a Tenko, so it looks like the Gavardia has been pushed off. I don't know by what, but it has been pushed back. That's of course a massive issue, because these are, basically not doing anything at range. 13-11 for Noizi once again. 50 mil doing some work. Oh, 45 mil just barely misses the Bavarians. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yak 3 still floating around here in the back line. This flag, yeah, just still barely holding. Oh, the Gavardian spotted the Strumpan in a bad spot here. Smoke goes down? Yeah, but he's once again, I think, standing in front of the smoke, which is not doing much. Now we see the flag 36 coming in. Not next to the mortars, but it's driving right through next to them. Now that's a massive issue, guys. If you want to use mortars, artillery, whatever, do not put them right next to a road that you might be using later on, because then this is gonna happen. What we're probably gonna see, maybe not. No, he's going after this, because what could have happened is that this would get like hit. As these were shelled, and then it gets unloaded and potentially even killed. So that's just really, really bad. Now, of course, here is not as bad if it was just unloaded, right? It was close to its destination anyway. If something like this happens, like down here, you need your A relatively urgently, then you're kind of screwed. I might actually just get bombed now because Noizi has not unloaded in time, right? This is the thing that you have to remember. It's not just a bomber, it's a recon bomber. So you can also fly over the territory where you know something to be, and then yeah, it's gonna die. Oh, like 33 in less than time. Could have almost gotten the 81 mil mortar. Whoo, that was close. 82 mil out going after flag. Flag is moving. This is what you have to do. 122 in as well, also going after the flag. 13-11 for Noizi still as he's holding this flag. He's actually cheekily grabbing this by pushing forward to the glide and the SDKFZ, and there's nothing here to stop this. By the half track. Although SDKFZ I think is meant for half track. I think it's Kettenfahrt, so I don't know what the SD stands for, to be honest. So half track is not really a better description either. Someone recently mentioned, and I mean he has a point. Someone recently mentioned in the comments that SDK like casters using SDK is kind of bad because it just a general term for this type of vehicle, which is true, right? It's the number that actually tells you which of these half tracks it is. The problem is that it's just like it's just easier to read than some of these numbers, and most of the time, like since SDK is like the first thing you see, you say SDK and not the numbers. But I guess half track is not a better description either because this is what SDK actually stands for. So same with the SPWs, by the way. Focke-Wulf BF-109s just strafing, but yeah, they're blind strafing, not actually strafing anything that's there in particular. It's just strafing where Noizi expects there to be something, which is why they don't actually do much. Now, a nice little push here by Jefferson. Bavarians are instantly suppressed. Another one coming, but yeah, I mean, this level is just not good enough to stop these, especially since this is not CQC and these have actual CQC. 37 mil here, and then 25 mil on Noizi's side, although these are actually all low resistance planes, so the 25 mil should stop them. It's gonna have to put some work in now since there's 3 of those. Oh, but the Yak's gonna get on the back of one of them. It's gonna get the kill. Might get not a kill here actually. Is it? No. Oh, it is. I wanted to check if he microed it manually, but I guess he didn't. But we didn't get to see that's what I want to say. Yeah, but the loadout of the Yak is just not that good. BF-109 takes it down head on. You don't want to head on be like something with a better gun loadout, especially not if both planes are of the same resilience, because then you're just gonna like definitely gonna lose. Or if you don't die just yet, because if it's a medium resilience plane, this might not be the case. You might actually lose the firefight after that point because a small burst and your plane will go down. D3045 in 9044 variant here. Oh, picking on the IG-18. There's not much that the IG-18 can do. It's definitely outranged here. This can still do some work. Not at 82 million, so looks like JeffJefferson is really focusing on his backlines now with artillery support. Meanwhile, Noizi is kind of doing the same, just with 381 mm mortars here. This flag's still grabbed. That's really bad. Like, JeffJefferson could put one unit here. This is a pretty classic. This is an absolute classic for blue side. If nothing's here, just walk through and grab this for free, and then your opponent can react and put something here, and then you've basically achieved nothing. This is kind of how it goes. You see the same thing happening on red side, by the way. Red can do the same thing with this flag. I'm just surprised that, he lets it happen. Usually you stop this relatively quickly. But we are into B phase. And JeffJefferson's Maverick income has been unlocked, and he brings the first off map of the game. And I mean, the off map is very, very good here. Oh, yeah, look at that. I mean, yeah, it's basically like, unless he lands right in the middle, JeffJefferson is basically bound to get value out of this, which is really, really bad. Off map going down here. It might actually suppress these units as well. I think they're a little bit too close to the area. But other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. He knows that there's stuff here. He can kind of get in there then. Not sure if it's going to help enough. The next one will probably have to go down like somewhere here, because the thing is, on red side you can relatively easily grab this flag and hold it as soon as if you can make sure that your opponent like cannot or will struggle to get into these rows of houses, and that you can exert some pressure from the forest area as well. This is really, really helpful. And south we do see some more half tracks coming in. Yeah, now I always have to think about it. I cannot not think about it. Damn you, whoever that was in the comments. I mean, he's correct. It's not that he's not correct, but still, it's actually annoying now. Guardia versus Big Lycraneer. I mean, the Big Lycraneer is MP44, so he's going to win. S85 now in. So, I mean, this is the better tools to deal with all of these units here. So I'm not really sure what the T3045 was doing here. But anyway, oh, now we see the first Nebulurfer in as well as another one. So now he's going to need a T3045. 122, stop going after the mortars. The mortars, in the meantime, are going after the 45mm here. Interesting choice still. I mean, it makes sense, but it hasn't been doing much so far. Montresor's Vetka is pushing forward with the 50 cal of the white truck. He can definitely get a lot done, right? It's the white truck. It's called differently, but I think the English name is the white truck, at least for the Canadian divisions, that is. They don't have the 50 cal, which is sad. Or TU2S coming in with a nice little bombing run, suppressed the Begleitgrenadier and the Bewährungs. The F-109 is on the back, but yeah, it's not going to get the shot off because the 25mm stops it in time. Now we see a nice little push going on here, as I think it's an off-map going down, or was that a shell? No, it's just the 122 shooting at the flamethrower. Oh, BF-109 goes down. That's a bad loss. I think that's all of the Noizi's BF-109s down now, so there's no Air Force anymore, which can be very, very devastating. Definitely not good. Givardia pushing forward, surrounding the flamethrower. Yeah, this is how you do this correctly, right? You don't, if you have something with this like accuracy, or by he's mistimed it, Givardia stops because he attacked, moved. Yeah, you need to queue up a move order, so otherwise it's not going to work. It's still going to win against his flamethrower because he's so low in health now. The few rifles into one PP shot here will do the job. There we go. And that's one more flag for JeffJefferson. The problem is he's still down this one. He's actually lost this as well. Oh, so this is why he went after 45mm. Now he actually see him armor follow-up. So I was wondering, like, if he only targets this and is not trying to move his armor anyway, why even do this? But now it makes a lot more sense. Finally, we do see a recapture going on. Vetka pushing off the Begleiten. The problem is the half track is still there. Is that the plane that went down, or what is the... Yeah, okay, so I was wondering. Something there got shelled. The 122 down south. I haven't noticed this before. Maybe it was here already. I guess it kind of had to have been there because something did go after like 43, it looks like. It's going after Sturm. Yeah, that's not the most efficient use. Like, yeah, you can absolutely kill tanks with artillery, but unless you really have to, and you have, like, it's not the best use. If you have other targets, you should probably go after that instead of wasting ammo like that. Now off map going down. So this is the problem. JeffJefferson didn't actually do a good follow-up, or at least I haven't seen him doing this. And I guess the problem here is going to be the half tracks. He has no Givardia DPs here, so he's actually going to be struggling against these. OB25 versus Duke 3, yeah, that's bad because the OB25 has heat shells, and there we go, deletes a Duke. These things are fantastic. Like the accuracy is not great yet; it's only 25%, 25%, same as a the IG-18, I think. But it has 90 meters of pen and it's a heat shell, which means it doesn't lose penetration over range. So this thing is actually very, very, very dangerous. Although in this case, I guess we have not seen a 25% accurate. This thing has been more accurate here. But yeah, that's just RNG for you, right? 122, yeah, look at that. It's starting to run low on ammo. It's down to 10 shells, and it hasn't killed the Stroke 3 yet. So that's kind of pointless there. Off map goes down, but once again, no follow-up. There's nothing here ready to actually do anything. This is the worst thing that you can do if you buy an off map, right? Off maps are expensive, so you want to get a good use out of them, and you can achieve that by, forcing your opponent out of key positions. Like even if you don't manage to surrender his units, if it's such a good position that it can be really hard to get back into, it might still be worth it. But otherwise, you really want to make some use out of it by getting some trades out of it, like suppressing everything that's there, moving and surrendering things. We don't see this here. In this one half, you can just bully everything. It shouldn't really be possible because T-34 here and these could both kill it. It's open top, so grenade will do it as well. Aftermath actually gets a run. Yeah, it's gonna get surrounded. Yeah, that's really bad. But if it pushes forward, it might find the commander. It's very, very ballsy from Noizi to buy a commander in B phase while under a lot of pressure from Eric. Then again, of course, things are currently not looking too bad for me. Yes, it's 39 for JeffJefferson, but JeffJefferson is not doing that great. The problem is, there's often a delay until things kind of flip. So my personal opinion is still not the best idea to bring it out now, unless you know for a fact that you have traded so well that your opponent's not going to be able to do massive pushes, even if you buy a commander now. Nevertheless, strike here suppresses some things, doesn't kill anything as far as I can see. I don't know why the ammo was here. Was he supplying the 45 mil? Maybe. I don't know. But it's an odd choice. That's for sure. See a battery leader here with the Flak 43 to give it single vet. Yeah. So you could just give it single vet and then don't need this to get to single vet, right? Like this is kind of pointless. So I really don't know what the idea here was. But also, I just want to point out that this is very inefficient because it's like 50 points. So now he has to spend like 130 points for his AA. That's really not good. And if you invest that much, you could get double star or with the commander maybe triple if you get a good link, like a good chain of leader units here. Because and then you at least get a lot out of this AA gun. But like the way it is right now, it's just very expensive for not doing that much. Sturm gets the leader, which is huge. T-3485, T-3476 finally pushed forward after he's in a good spot to shoot at the Bavarians. Sniper supports. Very nice. 81 mm mortar goes after. Yeah, so this is why you don't go after tanks in highly contested areas unless you know for a fact that it's going to be stationary there the whole time anyway. Not an off map going down. This thing has 3 call-ins, right? I guess, because he hasn't called in another one. No. Yeah, so it has 3. I mean, it's an off map to stop a push, I guess. It's not necessarily bad, but he's still not going to get much value out of it, which is really, really bad. Stick 3 here was spotted by the T-3485, and I guess it's just the T-35 is just out of range. Stick 3 goes down. Nice kill there for JeffJefferson. 14-10 now for him. All he needs is one more flag. He's on the easy side. There should be on Maverick, I would expect this to be doable, but so far he has a hard time in town, and Noizi is doing a good job at just denying him this. Oh, but this is so bad. A T-34 and a white car managed to get into the back lines. They can absolutely shred everything. So I guess there has been encirclement happening as they tried to drive through here or something like that. A Panzerwreck was called in, but it's not in the right position. It's up here. Well, everything managed to sneak through here without getting spotted. That's really, really bad. Sturmschützen has been okay. So the question is, no, it hasn't spotted it, I guess. Tier 2 came in for another bombing run. I don't know on what. Nevertheless, strike as well. Since this is suppressed, I would assume this is what was striked. It's reloading. It's going after it again. Okay. I do for the 3 pack 40 duo covering off this road. That's nasty. One Gavada DP goes down in transport. Something has just been marked. What was it? Oh, the 122. Is he going after it with a Nebelwerfer for now? No. Maybe with another one. We do see all 3 Nebelwerfers now in. Now we are in C phase now. So JeffJefferson is now has now reached his lowest income, whereas Noizi has unlocked his highest income. 122 is now going after Nasan. Yeah, it's just not going to do much. Like, the Nasan is open top, so that's definitely something to consider, but it first needs to hit. Accuracy of this thing is not that great. 59 now, finally. Jefferson managed to grab the final flag, and as I say oftentimes, it's not B phase where Maverick is the most dangerous. Maverick is most dangerous at the very end of B phase and the start of C phase, because then he has reached his, like, the biggest income difference has reached its maximum, and some time has passed that allowed allowed Maverick's units to actually get to the front line and the backline units to show an effect. And this is where it's really, really dangerous. And we see this right out now, although already 14-10 again, as Noizi managed to turn things around with the Nebelwerfer strike and forcing this Gavada DP off. And now we do see two Sturm Pioneer coming in, although they might be stopped by the SG-43 and the sniper. One of them was, the other one isn't, so they are going to get in eventually. So Perry here in a position where I can actually bully the Sturmschützen a little bit. Sturmschützen, we have to remember, has only MP44s, which can be fantastic in the right spots, but it is just a very, very situational unit. Right, you basically want to have it like in here and in here, and you don't want to have it in the forest, you don't want to have it like somewhere like here if the fighting's happening there. This is really bad. So Perry spots another Sturm Pioneer, the other one is still alive though. So JeffJefferson now needs to react with some more 6C. We see another 152, an interesting choice to buy this now. Oh, and the Nebelwerfers are relatively close to each other. Together with the 150, that's potentially dangerous. If Noizi starts counter-batting, that might be an issue. What are these going after? Nothing yet. What's this going after? It's on counter battery, I guess, because it's going after 122. This 122 here is about to be resupplied. Oh, some smoke's going off for the Sturmschütze to push in. It's grabbing the flag and it's fighting the Gavadia. It's of course going to win against the Gavadia. Is it in cover or is it outside of cover? I'm not really getting it. It's outside of cover, I think, but with the MP44s against the Gavadia at this range, whew, these are going to shred. Panther Shrek coming in to kill off the T-34. Nice play there. Bavarians here, pinned by Zaperi and Afto. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Nebelwerf is now going after the town area. There's not actually much in the circle, so I'm not sure if they are going to do all that much. I mean, he doesn't know that, of course. Oh, Sturmschützen gets pinned. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I'm not sure if... No, it wasn't. It was a rocket from the Nebelwerfer. Oh, it was a T2S. Nice bomber run there. Now we see a row of reinforcements coming in for Noizi. It's all Gavadias, which are cheap and affordable. It looks like the T-34 here died together with the recon card. I don't really know when that happened. Off map going down here, right next to where the mortars are, and the 37, and Flak 43. Or 37 mil. That's potentially dangerous. The problem is he has nothing really in the circle. Everything is like at the very outside of it. And it's gonna get pinned, but it's not actually gonna get killed. Never mind. One of them, one of the 81 will just died. I'm sorry. Rookie time. I guess Caster's curse is really a thing. T-34 just pushing through. He has to be very, very careful because, I mean, at these ranges, you know, if you have a Sturmschützen here, you can actually get a Panzerfaust off. Yes, the Schützen do not have a Panzerfaust, but the Sturmschützen do have. And even if you just have the AT grenade, it can still do some damage. That's a nice little push here, though. So he wants to use the off-map strike to then get in and finish off the mortars. The problem is, if you notice that the mortars and the AA gun are here, oh, is he going after the AA gun? No, not yet. If this is what you're going for and you're assuming that this is all that's here, then you can just do the push with the tank anyway. Is it? No, this was not near it. Oh, the Stück finished it. I was about to say, I don't think the third Sam will finish it off. Like, yes, AA guns can win against armored targets, but that would have been a little bit weird. 15-9 for Jefferson once again, as he managed to re-grab this flag. And now the rows of Gavadias are coming. Problem is there's a Bavarian here that can kind of stop this. Nebulurfers have been moved, are already going after this forest patch here. It's bunched up with Aphthos. The Aphthos are in a terrible position. They are at the edge of the forest, which is what not really want to have. Aphthos is interestingly enough not follow up with Gavadi. Like Gavadi here could actually be providing to be very, very useful. Proving to be very, very useful. Now someone has been redirected here, I guess, to deal with the T-34. It's outranged as his free, so there's no danger from that. But I don't think that he actually knows it's there. 150 now, going after this 122. That one right here is still alive. Nebula for strike going over here, but there's nothing here actually. The other one has plenty after this, but once again, Noizi is not actually following it up. So Nebula for strike. So if you really like, the thing with the 150s is you have to be relatively close to the targets to actually get good damage done, and otherwise you kind of have to use two Nebula for strikes on the same target at the same time. Now, they are still very useful if you don't do either of those, but then what's going to happen is you're mostly going to do pinning, like here, and then you have to do follow-up. Then you can kind of treat it like an off-map. And that's not bad per se, but you just need to know how to use it correctly, which is not the case here. Another off-map used defensively. The problem with using off-maps defensively is it's relatively hard to ensure that the opponent's still going to be there. If you use it offensively, your opponent, that means that your opponent is usually like in the defensive position, so it's not going to be it's not going to be moving out of the area anytime soon. Unless he plans a push right then, but that's just bad timing then. If you use one defensively, it's really hard to get it done the right way that the units are still within that area. And we see this right here, right? So the off map's not going to do that much. I have to imagine he's hoped it to do more, but it's not actually doing all that much. And south, basically, yeah, both players have decided not to fight. Oh, but the Nazan did go down to the T-3045. It's also possible that it has already been damaged by the artillery, so that the T-3045 could finish it in one shot. I haven't watched. I'm not sure what happened, but it's not out of the it's definitely a possibility as well. Two Flag 43s, both in the range of the commander, and I might actually kill this Tu-2S. Like it has, I think it's medium. Very good. Sorry. Yeah, it's very good resilience, but if you fly directly into two Flag 43s, that might not be that good. It lives. Goes to show you how good these planes are. Damn. But that one has, it looks damaged. That one has to go down. I have to imagine. Yeah, there we go. Finally dies. SU-76 coming in and some more Gavadias. 14-10 for JeffJefferson still. But we have 20 minutes left, so it's nothing that Noizi cannot turn around by this time. And look at that, we do see a row of shoots and things. Oh, wow. They're driving by the motorized Rozvetska within 100 meters, so the PP just actually unload them, and the white car helps. We see smoke going down to cover off the white car, which allows this unit to get away. But I mean, that's a massive delay right here. That can prove to be very problematic. Shook free here to save the day though, but I mean the damage has basically already been done for not that much points. Jefferson has actually no, it's not that cheap. 35 points. He's not gotten anything out of it in terms of kills, but still the delay might actually, allow him to trade good in this area for a while before these units finally arrive. And this in and of itself can be a massive win. Not off-map strike right here. I've not actually counted. Maybe they... I hate that you can't see. Maybe they even have 4. I don't know. I really do not know. Now see a fresh support, fresh reinforcement here down south. Personally, not really sure if this is needed. He tries to go for a push. The problem is he doesn't have... The SU-152 is not really set up to support it. And that's problematic because we of course know there's more units. JeffJefferson doesn't necessarily know this, and the idea itself is really, really good, right? There's a big fight going on here. He's already fought well here, so he knows that he has gotten some good trades, and that his opponent has probably not reinforced it super well. So now he wants to push. Oh, T34 85 can do some support. It's not that great for HG, so rather than have the SU152 there. And yeah, it is being moved right now. Problem is, it is about to unload some of these units, which is really not good. But yeah, it's certainly a very, very good call to now push somewhere else. Now, this is not the best flag to grab usually, but it's still a good idea to grab. Nebula for strike. I think both went after this now. So they at least killed the Gavada DP. It's just not that great, but also there wasn't that much within the targeted area anyway. Sturmschütz now slowly pushing through the forest. I mean, it's buying JeffJefferson time, and this is what he needs, right? In 6 minutes, he could get a win at this point. And even if he doesn't, if his lead is big enough, Noizi might actually struggle to turn this around, right? This is what JeffJefferson is actually looking for. MG42 here, nice little encirclement, not really working out, it's just moving through. Couldn't surrender the Gevalia, but it's now unloaded in a decent position, although the Superior could just move over and finish that off. 122 is resupplied once again, going after the IH-18. Something else here down, I don't know what was there before the as well with the IH-18. Gevalia goes down, Superior now pushing in, moving in for the MG42, still 15-9, so not looking good for Noizi. Problem is, all these Sturmschützen in here will probably just wipe out everything that's here. This is free. Got the bailout on the Stück free. Sturmschützen finish it off though. Yeah, this is the problem if you don't have ammo, right? I mean, yes, of course you don't necessarily need it if you have the artillery there as well, but he cannot really, he's not really supplying the mortar that is here. He's not repairing this because he needs the ammo together with his Nebelwerfers. That's just bad. 1-2 still going after the IH-18. Not gotten a kill yet. Oh, Sturmschützen shot up by the Gevadia. T-34s moving in. Another Stück 3 coming. So the problem with Stücks in town for errors is just that, yeah, not having a turret really sucks. But I mean, at this range, it's actually he can trade up very nicely to the T-34-85 at this range, because up close it still will very reliably kill the T-34-85. Now T-35 will also very reliably pen the Stück 3, but Stück 3 is just cheaper. That's the point here, right? At the same time, though, of course, the whole trade is still favored towards the fight is still favored towards the T-34-85 because it has the higher pen and the Stück has the lower armor. So that's definitely still something to keep in mind. Stück 3 regrabbing this flag. Superior killed off the machine gunner. Oh, is now moving closer to flag 43. Looks like the Battlefield died as well, which is not that good. Schützen coming in. The problem is that Superior will easily kill those as well, and then IG-18 as well. Looks like the Nashorn finally managed to finish off a DT-34-85, which is very, very good for Noizi and very, very crucial. I mean, he can still turn this around at this point. 13-11. Oh, he does another cheeky grab here. Really nice play. I mean, this is definitely a good thinking. The problem is it's not really durable, this flag. You're usually going to lose it. But it's a good thinking that, you're just going to pressure your opponent there a little bit again. So that he has to put something there that he cannot put here, and you can stabilize things for a little bit while you work on the rest. He has regrabbed this flag in the meantime. Sturmschützen has been pinched just in time. If this one managed to somehow move in, it might be able to kill this. Stück 3 could also do it. Looks like the other Stück 3 that was called in here died, or is it that one here? Might be that one here. Yeah, it looks like one of T-34-85 start. Though Gevadia here pushing forward, IG-18 still alive though and stops this in its track. 150 is going after this 122 now. It has killed the one up north, so it should probably finish as well. Ammo is a little bit too close, might go down as well. So very pushing back. The problem is against the Stück 3 it's going to struggle, and it is out of TNT. So it can, with some TNTs, kill the Stück 3 in theory. Problem is, of course, if it's out, it's going to be basically useless there. And at this point, it also won't win against another like regular light infantry like a Schützen there, because now the one thing that makes it strong, which is the TNT's lost. Although with 2 PP shots and SVTs, then the SVT is probably still going to win against regular Schützen, not against Sturmschützen. You see another row of Schützen and Sturmschützen coming in for the center. Yeah, this is a little bit too bold. The 45 mil is still here. Needs some support for him to be able to do that. Even then, you still need to scout it out and kill whatever is here off first, and then you can move in. 1410 again as Noizi fails to grab this flag, and of course this right here is fought off, right? That was to be expected. 2 T34 85s in, get it bailed out on the Stück 3. That's both 9033, whereas APCR has not been turned off, which I guess actually paid out here. The thing with the APCR is, right, very often, like if you really don't need it, it can actually be really problematic very often, because you do not get the kill in time. But sometimes you just get lucky and you get one of these grids that just absolutely delete everything. G2S have been called in, but are now like turning away. Not sure what happens there. I guess the units that they were targeting died. Don't know what they were targeting though. Oh, the push here working though. More transports dying to Nashorn, I guess. Schützen blob here just moving forward. Schützen have been suppressed. Yeah, they didn't get in here, well, which was to be expected, but everything here died, so this flag now grabbed as well. Back to 12-12. Looks like the Stück here died to this T-34-85, I have to imagine. Once again, I think outranging it? Barely. Not sure. Maybe. Nebelwerfers are targeting the area, but they have been turned on return fire. This is quite nice. It can pre-target an area and then release when the time is right. I'm not sure why he's specifically targeting these 2 areas right now though, because there's nothing that asks for it at the moment, and he doesn't know what's there anyway. Maybe it's that. Maybe he wants to wait until he's able to move in there. It's not actually, I don't know. It's not actually that bad of an idea, right? If he actually wants to push into this town and he wants to wait until his units are right here, then release and then move in. That's a very heads up play. Not sure if that was the plan. Not really. He's doing it way too early now. Because then it's basically like a very well timed off map, right? Which is not bad. Oh yeah, but the problem is all these infantry are just pushing forward without enough support, which is definitely problematic. 15 now for 9 now for Noizi as he regrabs the flag down south. He of course grabs this one. He actually managed to now push across here into this flag, and they once again pressuring this. Yeah, Noizi just needs to put like one unit like somewhere here and leave it there. An actual unit, not a CQC unit. Not a recon unit. The Sturmschützen should lose against the Soviet CQC in here, but he only brings Gevardi, and Gevardi will absolutely be shredded by the Sturmschützen at this range. Sturmschützen really aren't good at CQC. The MP44 is not a good CQC tool. However, if you're up against like non-CQC units, of course, it's very fantastic. Oh no, you can see that's so dirty. Sneaky Pentastrike all the way around. I have a feeling that by the time it's there, the fight's already decided, because Noizi is pushing JeffJefferson back everywhere now. 59 for him, and holding at the same time though. He's only 10 minutes left now. I would think that should be enough. I would think, but I do not know for a fact, so I might be wrong. Oh, another Nebelwerfer strike going after the 76 there. So Ryobi 25 to be precise. More Stücks coming in. Gevardi here trying to get an encirclement going, it looks like, but it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, this flag also grabbed. Mortar goes down. Gevardi DP is actually under a lot of pressure by the Schützen. I mean, these will lose against Schützen 100%. One Schützen here goes down, that's really bad, because that, of course, brings his flag back. But I think it's still going to be enough. 150 is going after the T-34-85s. Missing. Interesting. Another flag grabbed. This one. Barely, but it is grabbed. But these are in a very dangerous position as well. Oh no, they can actually see far enough to stop these Schützen. So this flag there is lost once again. And south, nothing happening. It's not like once you're forced out of this part here, it's not necessarily very easy for blue to get back in, and it's going super well for him up north, so it's reasonable for him to not push down south anymore. Gavardia coming is trying to push for this, and there's actually nothing here now, so looks like Jefferson might be able to get that flag. That would be huge, because at the single tick, I do not think. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. I'm not going to make statements here because I wanted to, and then I realized that I was actually not sure. So my mistake there. I don't know. I have no clue if it's going to be enough. That's the downside if you have a set timer. You can't see them when spectating. Oh, pack 43 here engaging these two units. The problem is the SU-152 is here, and that might actually be able to kill off the pack 43. Oh, down it goes. Deleted it gets. Now we see Stritzen and Sturmschützen pushing across, but yeah, there's too much here by Jeff Jefferson. Jeff Jefferson is going to stop that right away. Now the Gavardia coming in. Yeah, it managed to get in here. Oh, the flag 43 spots him. I don't think it's going to be able to shoot at it. No, it does. It is. But the Gavardia can now just walk away. Sam will get some bursts off, but yeah, it's not going to be enough to suppress it. Oh, but nice play there. So he suppresses this. He fails to kill it, because otherwise he could just move in, of course, with Schützen and try to grab this flag, which he cannot do currently. Fight up north is going very, very deep in Noizi's territory, Jeff Jefferson's territory. Pack 40 versus UB25, not a good fight for the Pack 40. Strict 3s are in here though, they can take out this T-3485 and that will bring it back to a triple tick for Noizi, which he desperately needs at this point. Or at least I think, I'm not sure. Nebelwerf now going after this, Schützen coming in. Yeah, if he times this right, he can actually walk in and surrender it. But he might want to upload a little bit further forward, because now he needs to walk across and he might not know what's here that could potentially shoot at it. At this distance though, with two Nebelwerfers, he should probably get the kill, although it's not in the middle, so I'm not sure. Another wave of TU2s coming in, one up north, one here. T-34 died. Still, oh, now we are at the double tick. As this flag is grabbed again. Oh, it's gonna go away once again. Oh no, barely holding it. Wow. So these units getting bombed and whatever that was there as well. Panzerek claims a kill. Okay, so it's not over by the time it arrives there. Gavardia, yeah, is suppressed, but not much more than that. Schützen should now move in to surrender it, but fails to do so in time. That's unfortunate. Major mistake here. 17-7 now, as Jeff Jefferson's line up north just crumbling. T-34, oh, spots the Panzerschreck. Yeah, deserved. I hate when people do this, so... Oh no, it lost... What? How? This didn't move. How did it not spot it? It's just gonna die. It's actually gonna die. What's happening? What was that? What was that? What? What was that? It spotted it. The Panzerschreck didn't move, at least not as far as I could see. But Noizi was definitely, like, he's moved it a bit now, so he's definitely watching it. More Nebelwerfer strikes here, preventing from Jeff Jefferson from actually pushing forward to get this flag. The problem is the Schützen might still go down, and Jeff Jefferson might just be able to drive in here. The problem is it's not going to save him. 17-7, 5 minutes left. It's definitely going to be enough for Noizi to equal things out. Not sure. I think if he could grab all of these three, then maybe, just maybe it would be enough. Actually, Schützen go down. Maybe he couldn't delay him enough. I don't think he could, but who knows? A row of Stuks here. Now being redirected, yeah, they would just pick everything apart that is done here. So 150 going after this blob again. The problem is, if all of these are pins, the flags will go back again. Oh, the Schützen did move in and surrender the Gavardia, or kill it, potentially. Because it has more man, it should win at range. The Gavardia DP, yeah, they have Mosins that do not have the SVT. So G2S going in for bombing run, gets forced off by the 2 flag 43. Might actually go down for this. Panzerschreck here still in position. I hate when people do this, but I mean, it's fair play. It's like the recon bombing thing, which I absolutely despise as well. It is the thing that is in the game. It's fair game. Can't really say anything against that. And G42 in a weird position, but I mean, it does what it needs to do, right? It just needs to hold these flags for now. And since Jefferson isn't actually pushing with anything fast, except that now we have a T34 pushing, I guess. Since he wasn't, that was the right response. At Stick 3 coming in there, that can definitely stop the T34. But we do see a nice play here from Jefferson. Like he's really desperately trying to grab flags, but he's doing some good attempts. Like he's noticed there's basically nothing here and he's just pushing forward now. The problem is it's not gonna save him. He lost this flag now. He needs to put something there, which he's doing. Really nice there. This flag was also grabbed momentarily. 85 mil mortar, 50 mil mortar is here. These things can actually be disgusting at direct fire. Yeah, look at that rate of fire. It's gonna wipe that Schützen. Problem is there's more here, there's more here. The Schützen are pushing everywhere. Oh, and the T-34 if it stops just short of the flag. Needs to grab this one as well anyway, and that one as well. Or that one and these two. But yeah. And time is running out. 18:06 and 3 minutes left. Yeah, I think it's not going to be enough time for Jefferson unless he brings it back to a single tick right now. And even then, I think it's probably too late by this point. It needed to happen earlier. D34-85 takes down Stick 3, but it's going to go down to the next one, I have to assume. Fails to grab this flag. Oh, gets a pen. Stick 3 misses. Stick 3 is going to get a second shot up first, though, and kills the T34-85. This flag now flipped. Well, not flipped. Secured for now. Schützen here pinned, so they don't actually get to grab this flag. But they don't need to. Oh, look at that. T34-85 wins. I mean, yeah, at close range, it's still an advantage. I would have expected the Stick 3s to do better at this range, to be honest. But they're still doing good enough, I guess. Nason's are pushing in. Gavadi DP, I think he can pen the Nason. 35 minutes. It will struggle, but I think it will pen eventually. The question is just, I mean, it's not going to be enough time now. 18-6 for a brief moment of time. Yeah, that would even be enough to win the game, even with the time limit. There we go. Once again, 1 minute and 40 seconds left out of 2 minutes. That should do. Or T34-85 gets the kill on the Nason here. It's now showing side armor. Oh no, it's not. It's still focusing on this. Transmission destroyed. Oh, I mean, it's such a great pusher, but unfortunately it just comes a little bit too late. And unfortunately also for Jefferson, Noizi grabs everything here. Really cool play though by Noizi, like really nice play. He just, I mean, he pushed, he focused on one spot, pushed well there, and then just kind of swung down to grab the whole rest of the map, which is what you have to do, right? It's a very, very good and heads up play there from Noizi. And Jefferson's runners, which is understandable. I mean, at this point, you have to, yeah, be very, very clear about your chances. And there's basically no chance left here for Jefferson. He held on really well. Like he did a great job. It just didn't manage to stall Noizi for long enough. But look at the trade. I mean, he actually outtraded Noizi by 200 points. But yeah, I mean, this is very telling, right? With the income difference and the game going almost 50 minutes, you kind of need more if you are the Maverick players. Let's look at the trades real quick. D34 got some kills. Off-map actually killed something. SU-152, well, definitely paid itself off. Some Gavardias. Yeah, the problem is they can easily outrange a Sturmschützen, and then what are you going to do with a Sturmschützen? That's the problem of these kind of units. Or Gavardias. There's actually a lot of units that gave like a lot of value back. On the other side, while this thing killed three, oh no, I actually killed the Yak. That's actually paying off for the BF109. This one did some work as well. The IT did a lot of work actually. Same for the Paki, Stux. The IT33 did some work. The Nebelwerfer didn't pay itself off actually. Sturmschützen, wiping some Gavardias. I mean, at the right range, these things are absolutely fantastic. Like just shredding everything. But yeah, on the other side, some units, or a decent amount of units as well, are traded fairly well, although you also have some expensive units that kill low value stuff and just didn't do that well overall. But yeah, cool game. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day. See you next time.